Good morning, everyone, or good evening, everyone, or good afternoon, everyone, because based on your time, you are watching this video. Now, we will go to the second module, second chapter, that is compaction. Okay, this word might be familiar to you people, compaction. Okay? Then, what is the meaning of compaction? Can you just recall whatever you know about the things, about the word compaction? You can get the idea. Compaction means what? Compact means put them tightly together. Whatever the materials are, or the instruments or articles, whatever it is, put them intact. That is called as compaction. Okay, now. Then when you come to the soil, compaction of soil, then what this indicates? Again, that soil you are going to put in intact. The word intact means what? You are pressing that, and all the particles, if they are very far away from each other, then they will come close to each other. This is the meaning of compaction. The exact technical definition of compaction we will see the later. Just you know about compaction this much, that's enough. Going to the syllabus, here in this one we are going to cover definition and principle of compaction. That definition, what it indicates, and principle, based on what that principle it will be working, that compaction. In the standard Proctor test and light compaction, we have one test here, that laboratory determination of compaction, that we will study, and after that the standard Proctor test is modified into some other higher specifications, that is called as a modified compaction test. That is also called as heavy compaction. Then after that, factors affecting compaction we are going to study. Means what are all the factors which affects the compaction. Effect of compaction on soil properties. There are many soil properties are there that you studied in the first chapter. Those soil properties, how they will be get changed when we compact the soil, that we are going to study. Then field compaction control. In the field you are going to compact. For example, if any embankment is there, you will put the soil here, and by using some bulldozers and all, that you will compact it. How you control this compaction in the field, that we are going to study. Then Proctor needle, one compaction measuring instrument is there, that we are going to study. Then field compaction equipments. In the field, like I told here, one bulldozer, like that, how many equipments are there, that we are going to study. And in the ninth one, last but not the least, that is the problems we are going to study. Problems on compaction we are going to study. This is the entire syllabus of the compaction chapter, and it's very easy chapter, and about 80% to 90% theory is involved, and only 10% or 20% very easy problems are there. That also we will study at the end of the lecture. Thank you. Next, what do you mean by compaction? That I told you, the definition, the technical definition we need to study standard. That is, compaction is a process of artificial, very important, artificial rearrangement of soil particles and removal of air voids, very important, removal of air voids present in the soil by applying rolling load or damping or vibration in order to increase the density. See here, many technical terms are there here that we need to concentrate. You already know that soil, for the study purpose, we will put into three-phase system, right? This is the solids, and this is the water, and there might be some water inside the soil, that is called as the moisture, that is there, and air is there. Okay, let us consider these sides are very fixed here. These sides are fixed, and the bottom is also fixed, and this side is also fixed. If it is like this, then by applying some load, which type of load? See, the rolling load by using some bulldozers, and tamping load by using some rod or otherwise hammer, and by vibrations by using some motors. Whatever that you use, by using them, you are going to push this soil inside. When you push it, this solids will not get compressed, because this is incompressible in nature. This is incompressible in nature, this will not get compressed. Then water is always incompressible in nature. Water is also incompressible in nature. that will also doesn't reduce its volume. Therefore, whenever we put a load, that is a rolling, damping or vibration, then this air will get what? That air will get compressed. Air is not incompressible. Air will get compressed. When that air gets compressed, or sometimes even air escapes also. Air escapes also. This air not only get compressed, the air will escape. When this air escapes, then what happens? Then what happens? The volume will get reduced. Initially the volume was this much, then when compaction is done, volume is reduced. What about mass? Whether mass is reduced? No. If the soil is 1 kg and after compaction also the soil become 1 kg. But volume of the soil may be something V, and after compaction volume will get reduced. Therefore, the density formula is mass by volume. Therefore, mass becomes constant. When volume is reduced, when compaction is done, then density will automatically increase. This is what we are going to observe in the compaction, that is said artificial rearrangement. The word why we are using artificial, this is opposite to the natural word. The natural compaction is different. Okay, you naturally some compaction will takes place. For example, any rock might be there on the soil. This is the soil, on that some rock is there. Because of this rock continuously by means for longer duration it is there here, therefore this soil may get compacted. This is a natural compaction, but in our definition we have added the word artificial. And rearrangement of particles, when you apply some load, the particles will rearrange their shapes, that is there. And the soil particles, removal of air voids, we are concentrating only on air voids. Only air voids will be removed. And by doing what? By doing rolling, damping and vibration. In order to what? Why we are doing compaction? Why we are doing compaction? To increase the density. To increase the density we are going to do the compaction. Understood? This is the process. By doing this, what happens? The compaction increases the dry density, that you already know. The density of the soil will be increased. Thus, what happens? Increasing its shear strength. The soil's shear strength will be increased. If this is the one particle, this is the another particle, they are loosely packed. Therefore, there will be some void here. When I compact it, they will come in contact with each other. Then if I pull this and they'll pull this, then here there will be some friction. That friction we will turn in as a shear strength, because shearing is there, that is a shear strength. Therefore, by doing compaction, shear strength will increase. Therefore, bearing capacity means load bearing capacity. You can put more load on the compacted soil. There won't be any settlement, that you are going to observe. Why this shear strength and bearing capacity is increasing? Through an increase in frictional resistance, that I told here. There will be some frictional resistance takes place between the particles, that increases. Therefore, shear strength and bearing stress capacity will increase. Read once again. Compaction increases dry density of the soil, thus increasing its shear strength and bearing capacity through an increase in frictional characteristics. Then compaction decreases the tendency of settlement of soil. And see here, tendency of settlement of soil. Soil is made up of solids, air and water. Together it is called as a soil. Therefore, soil is compressible in nature. Soil will get compressed when you apply some load. That compression you can name it in other words, that is called as settlement. Therefore, decreases when you compact, the tendency of settlement will obviously decreases. Then the compaction brings about a low permeability of the soil. Permeability means the ability of a soil to penetrate water through the soil. Say this is the one soil I have, this is a soil, and if I put some water here, then this water will pass through the soil and it will come in the other end. Then I can say that this soil is permeable. This soil is permeable. Then by doing compaction, what happens? By doing this compaction, the particles will come close to each other. Therefore, the passage of water will reduce. That you can get it by doing compaction. Okay. These are major effects on the compaction, but still there are many effects that happens on the soil when we do go for compaction. That we will see later. Okay, we'll end this here. In the next class we will study some tests, how we need to determine the compaction and all that we will study. Thank you very much.